Our storm trackers are out, and they're going to be ready and out again tomorrow as well.
Yeah, you know, for Oklahoma tomorrow, it'll be a bigger day. We're going to have bigger storms, it looks like right now, large hail, damaging winds. Still a tornado threat tomorrow. Today into this evening, it's going to be way out west, and they really are going to struggle to come into Oklahoma this evening. But either way, the wind is there. We're really watching tomorrow for, again, a few big storms. More on that coming up. But trackers, they are out today because Mother Nature can sometimes have a mind of her own, and just when you think, well, hang on a second, storms should die in the Panhandle, they hang on a little bit too long and they try to come into the body of the state, all right? So that's what we're concerned about. It's a low chance that they make it into western Oklahoma, but that chance is not zero, at least not yet. But all of our trackers, again, scattered out west right now. Okay, let's get to it here. Until 10 o'clock tonight, severe thunderstorm watch means large hail, damaging winds in the watch box with a threat for a tornado or two. All right, we've got a couple of severe storms now way up here. Okay, there's Guyman, okay, right here, a couple of severe storms, but nothing tornadic. These are producing a little bit of some wind and some hail, but what's going to try to happen, we're going to try to build storms a little farther south down that line, and then when they develop with the jet stream flow, they would eventually make their way to the northeast. But right now, they haven't really become established yet, and the flow is taking them almost due north. They're barely moving east, but they're trying to make their way east. But these will hang out here this evening, and we should see additional storms developing farther south into the Texas Panhandle. Right now in Oklahoma City, 78 degrees, the south wind at 26, gusting to 39 miles per hour. 20 minutes ago, we had a wind gust of 50 in El Reno, 50 miles per hour. We have 70s, we have 80s, we have mid to upper 80s in the Panhandle, 90 right now out in Kenton, out in the Panhandle. It is warm. It is muggy. We just had a wind gust of 45 in El Reno, 37 in Guthrie, 33 in Shawnee. So West Metro, westward, going to have a few power bumps into this evening and tonight as the wind will stay up. Look at the gust now at Guyman. There you go, 54. We just had a wind gust in Boise City to 64. 64. Wow. So lots of wind. Just north of Woodward had a wind gust of 52. So once again, the wind will stay like that through this evening. Tomorrow's storm is a ball of energy. This is a cold pocket of air. So you have a cold pocket of air coming in about 20,000 feet above our heads. And then on the surface, it's warm. It's in the 80s tomorrow, right? So that's an unstable atmosphere. So how you tap into that is you get a boundary, a cold front, dry line, whatever. Tomorrow we're going to have a dry line coming into western Oklahoma. And that dry line will begin to fire thunderstorms, okay? Now this evening out west in the Panhandles, we'll see if that pans out, okay? They'll try to at least approach the western border this evening. Not locked in that they come across the border. A lot of the data say they stay out here and they die out there just when they're knocking on our front door. But we don't let them in, all right? So tomorrow morning, a couple showers around, maybe a little thunder, and then late tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, heating of the day, we start to bubble up a few thunderstorms running from central into northern Oklahoma, and it'll be a broken line. And then we'll get another area running from the metro to the southwest, large hail, damaging winds with a tornado threat with that line. Are we looking at a big outbreak of severe weather tomorrow and tornadoes? No, it doesn't look like that. Instability is a little bit lower. The moisture, some of the data says the moisture content is not as high. So you still get big storms, you still get damaging winds, and you still have a tornado threat, just with the dynamics in place tomorrow with the jet stream, the low-level jet, and enough moisture and enough in the way of heat. All right, this evening, thunderstorms, Panhandle, they're going to try. They're going to try to cross the border this evening, but if they do, I think they'll be weakening. Best chance of severe weather this evening will be in our Panhandle. Large hail, damaging winds, tornado threat will be out there. It's a low threat overall. Overnight tonight, lows in the 60s. It'll be warm, muggy, and windy. You'll hear the wind all night tonight blowing. Gusts out west to 60 miles per hour in the west and the northwest. There's my highest wind zone, gusts 50 to 60. Clinton, Taloga, Woodward, Buffalo, Alva. You're going to hear the wind all night. We're still going to hear it here in Oklahoma City, gusts 40 to 45 in the green. And then for late tonight, tomorrow morning, a couple showers in the west, maybe a little bit of thunder, nothing too crazy. Highs tomorrow, 80s, upper 80s, low 90s out west. There's your dry line. There's your trigger you need to get thunderstorms to develop. All right? And late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, right now, scattering of showers and thunderstorms in here. Okay, 80% chance the way it looks. There's my storm zone late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. running from southwestern, central, northeastern Oklahoma. It does not include you folks in the west. You're out of it because you're behind the dry line. A few of these storms in here are going to rotate. Main threat, large hail, damaging winds. There will be a tornado threat, okay? It's a low threat overall. It's not zero. It's a low threat, okay? But that's the way it looks right now. It might have a tornado or two in my tornado zone. The way it looks, looking at the latest data, some big hail up to golf ball. There might be a couple of storms that crank out some tennis ball size hail and winds to about 50 to 65 miles per hour. Highs on Sunday, 60s and 70s, much cooler. Sunday morning, showers in the metro. Sunday afternoon, a few more showers there. Best chance of rain Sunday afternoon will be in southern and southeastern Oklahoma. We dried out on Monday. Next week, end of next week, more storms in here, possibly more severe weather by the end of next week.